The Ravens Flock presents Theblackfiles, an uncensored interview and review podcast for all geek fandom.
Welcome everybody, friends and pals, guys and gals, boys and girls around the world. Pop a spot, pop open a cold one with all of your friends. It is Wednesday night, a couple of hairs past 10 p.m., and you have been granted access to the uncensored, uncompromising interview and review podcast of the Ravens Flock. So whether you're a friend or you're a fiend, boy, girl, or in between, you are tuned in to a brand new episode of Theblackfiles.
Absolutely, folks. Happy on the first day of November, no doubt. We are on November 1st, 2023. Happy All Saints Day to those who celebrated.
Dia de los Muertos.
Dia de los Muertos. And happy Turkey Month. Happy No Shave November. Happy No Nut November. However you choose to celebrate November.
Happy No Doubt November.
I said happy. No, I said happy.
No, don't speak. I don't know what you don't know what you're thinking. I don't need no reason. Don't tell me because it hurts. Okay.
I didn't say no doubt. Open your ears. I said no nut.
Wow, did that go way over your head? I was trying to join it. Like maybe it's No Doubt November.
No doubt November. Okay, yeah, no, that didn't go over my head. I thought you misheard me.
No, dude.
I thought the age is catching up to you.
No, the age is clearly catching up to you, and don't think I haven't noticed how the ear hair inside our ears is starting to grow out of your ears, old man. What with the bald head and the old head and the oldness, who's older than me, even though you're younger than me, but you're totally older. So take that. I'm not balding, you are.
You're an idiot.
I'm your host, Juan Arouse, folks. One of the heads of the Ravens Flock, the tech guru of the team. I'm the man who keeps the whizzies whipping and the wobbles wobbling. And I'm here tonight, joined with of course, we've got we've got Angel Mendez unable to join us again because, well, like I said, folks, we're shackled by late stage capitalism. Freaking help us out here. Maybe you can. Maybe you could. Maybe you will. Could you? Please. We appreciate it. But tonight, I am joined by the man himself, the founder of the Ravens Flock, the executive producer of the channel, the content manager, and the host of Los Amigos Play, which is live every Thursday night at 10 p.m. Eastern Time, simulcasting on YouTube and Kick. Say hello to Mr. Jose Casa
Thank you for that awesome introduction. Hello, everybody watching tonight. I hope you guys are doing well. I hope you guys haven't stuffed your bellies with too much candy.
I hope you have, and because how dare you for not having to? Why would you tell people like, I hope you didn't have too much candy? See, you're the one turning into an old man, Jose. You're the one doing it because like, oh, don't you get too much candy in that tummy, or else you'll wake up with nightmares and Vietnam flashbacks. You ain't been to Vietnam. I have. It was a nightmare. You don't know what I've been through.
Vietnam? Where the hell did Vietnam come from?
Vietnam flashbacks. You know what it is.
Yeah, because you've lived that long, Juancho.
I have lived that long, and yeah, I'm allowed to make fun of Vietnam flashbacks. No, I'm not actually that old.
You dork.
I turn 37 next month. What do you want from me? I'm allowed to poke a little bit, since we're both talking about being aged out and stuff. Well, Jose, you know what we got to do. Go ahead and take care of what we got to take care of over here.
Of course. And much like all our other shows on his channel, we are simulcasting on youtube.com/theravensflock and kick.com/theravensflock. Hit the subscribe or the follow button on the bottom right corner of your screen. Click the bell icon to enable notifications on all of our content. Leave your questions and comments below. We will answer as many as we can while we're live. And if you wish to go above and beyond to support the Ravens Flock, whether it be YouTube or Kick, then you can become an inner flocker. For $4.99 a month, you'll have exclusive access to all the perks that comes with being a member. Juan, tell them.
Well, for all the inner flockers we've got in our chat, and I know we have plenty, go ahead and show off those lovely membership badges and custom emojis, letting everyone know that you have joined the fight to help break the Ravens Flock free from the shackles of late-stage capitalism by helping us become full-time YouTubers. We are on our way, and we need your help. For goodness sake.
Your help and your support equals Angel freeing up on Wednesday nights.
Right? And maybe even Thursday nights. Imagine Angel being able to join in the commentary and the cacophony of Wrestle Rewind. It would be a nightmare. I want to watch Jose suffer on his own show. Let's make it happen. Bring Angel into Wrestle Rewind. But the only way we could do that is for Angel to be free from his shackles. For Angel to not have to work a working stiff job just like I do. And help us become full-time YouTubers. As a matter of fact, you know what? Jose will get to go, he'll be the one to go first. He wants to be the head of the Ravens flock. He is the head of the Ravens flock. I'm sorry. He wants to do more time and devote stuff into planning more behind-the-scenes stuff. Let's give him that time. Let's give Angel the next person to be able to be tagged out and let him be as manic as he is. And I'll come out last. I'll do it and I don't give a damn. And I'll make sure that we can keep our beep boosts booping and our boop beeps beeping. But with your help, all three of us can break away. We can actually live the way we deserve to live, the way we know we have earned the right to live for over 10 years as YouTubers, and bringing the voice of the masses of nerd and pop culture up into the stratosphere where you belong, in that rarefied air. So help us out. Help us help you by helping us. To your money. In order for us to not have to work for, dead-end jobs. You also get access to members first and members only content, a special discounts, or a merch store. Link in our description below. And you also get access to us, the Ravens Vlog. Your favorite Motley Crue nerds, here to make your voice our mission by providing us your thoughts, your input, your feedback, your ideas on how to better shape the future of this channel to suit your taste and your needs. I've got Kurisi Rando-sama on the chat, Mr. Geek Me Out, Matthew Coburn, Emily Morris, D-Nice Santi, Nikki Bella, and let's see, who else do I have? Green-Eyed Dragon up in the chat. Hey up, everybody, welcome to the Blackfiles. One and all in one. All for one. Isn't that All Might's thing? Anyway, that's an anime reference for you guys. Mr. Geek Me Out was asking, have you watched the Five Nights at Freddy's at Peacock yet? No, we have not.
We haven't checked it out yet, but we are going to take a look at it. And, something I got to say, Juancho, and, speaking of that movie, as nerds, as our culture goes, we've been eating pretty well when it comes to the movies that came out this year. There's the Barbie movie, the Oppenheimer movie, Five Nights at Freddy's that's just been released and still going.
Right? It literally just got released this past weekend. It's doing a very good job for itself, and I'm very happy for the folks who were behind it. And Kurisi Rando-sama, by the way, is celebrating having been an inner flocker for 14 months. Holy crap. Unbelievable. Thank you for your continued support, Kurisi. It really does mean the world to us. She's saying, whoop, whoop, taking a break from class to hear the gospel of the Ravens flock. Much love and positivity always. By the way, happy Veterans November. Thank you for all the hard work and fine work that our brave men and women and NBs in uniform have done for this country. And D-Nice is saying that Five Nights at Freddy's is all right. I'm used to rated R, so it was a little underwhelming. PG-13. It's based on a video game. It's meant to scare the pee-pee pants out of kids. I don't know what to tell you. But you know what? If it's still scary and it still has the horror atmosphere, then I'll bite. Plus, Josh Hutcherson is in it. So, yeah.
Yay!
So thank you very much for your service. You mean the world to us. And I'm also
and going down the list of awesome movies that came out this year, also another one to throw in there in the category, John Wick Chapter 4, the final chapter.
For now. Haha. Real quick, Matthew Coburn, I was going to get the poster from Disney Movie Insiders for the Marvels, but I couldn't refuse their other new reward for 3 Marvel mystery posters. Okay, I can dig that. You can always get the poster for the Marvels at any time, but mystery posters for that's always a nice little treat. And you say, well, Just a Girl was in the first Captain Marvel. Hold on, was that an actor or someone? Not walking into those spider webs, says Matthew Coburn. And Green-Eyed Dragon. Oh, okay, you were talking about Five Nights at Freddy's, those spider webs. And D-Nice is at her kitchen table. She says it's dinner time over there on the West Coast. It's only 7:18 over there, so we're very thankful to see that, and we're very thankful to see you guys. I didn't mean to cut you off. Please, by all means,
no, you're fine. You're fine. Actually, the guy Matthew Coburn actually helped segue into it because we might as well get into it because for this year, for 2023, you might disagree with me, Juancho, and that's okay, but I don't know. When it comes to the track record of all the content that's being released by the Marvel Cinematic Universe, it's Some of them they hit it on the mark, and others, well, it's kind of a hit and miss.
Here's the thing: how can anyone claim something is a hit or a miss if the hit or the miss isn't even out yet?
That is true.
Which is the question that I am bringing up, which is what I am arguing about tonight. Now, in case you guys haven't seen it, or if you're not really paying that close attention, you're just listening into us, next Friday, November 10th, Marvel Studios will be releasing their newest installment in the MCU franchise, being the sequel to 2019's Captain Marvel, starring Brie Larson, into a mini team-up movie called The Marvels, where the lone wolf, independent woman who don't take no prisoners and is way too OP for her own good, Captain Carol, Marvel's Sanders, Danvers, did I call her Sanders? I was going to call her Sanders. Cosmic Fried Chicken.
How dare you disrespect Captain Marvel?
I was almost inadvertently going to call her Captain Sanders. I'm like, is that a chicken joke? Yes, it is. No.
Lol.
Where she's going to be teaming up with the now adult and now superpowered daughter of her old time friend.
Your mic dropped out. Yeah.
I mean, it's better.
Yeah, it's better now. So you were saying?
Okay, yeah, that Carol Danvers will be teaming up with two new ladies to help share the spotlight with. One of whom is the daughter of her old time combat buddy Maria Rambeau, Captain Monica Rambeau, played by Tiana Paris,
and teaming up with and making her cinematic debut, teaming up. Yep, big screen debut, teaming up with Miss Marvel, played by Kamala Khan, played by Iman Vellani, coming off fresh from her successful Marvel miniseries, Miss Marvel.
Okay, yeah, and I'm going to say this right now. I don't give a damn what anybody's got to say from now to the hereafter. Okay, Iman Vellani, she is the biggest fucking sweetheart on planet Earth. Okay, she's just a kid. She's only like 21. But she is, like, the biggest sweetheart. She is the biggest nerd. And I have nothing but love and nothing but respect for Iman Vellani, regardless of anything else going on. So if I hear any bullshit, this is the one thing I will not at all tolerate on my program on the Theblackfiles. I'm not going to tolerate anybody, and I mean anybody, trying to talk crap about Iman Vellani, all right? That girl is a sweetheart, and that girl needs to be protected at all costs. She's an adorable freaking muffin, okay? All right? She's halal as a motherfucker. She's badass. All right? And I mean that respectfully. Holy shit.
No, I agree with you 100%. We are Team Miss Marvel.
Like people can criticize, argue, complain all the live long day, anything else regarding what's going on with the movie itself, but we're not going to try and put any of the fucking blame or any of this shit on Iman Vellani's shoulders at all right? And if anyone wants to try me, square up, thoughts. All right, now before I get into it properly, I do want to make a couple of short announcements, very short. First off, I gotta tell you guys right now, originally, one of the things that one of the topics that we were arguing about whether or not we should cover tonight was regarding a terrible shootout that happened over Halloween weekend in our own backyard. Not our backyard in our home. I mean right here in Tampa, Florida. That happened in the historic district known as Ybor City, which if I'm not mistaken, it was Saturday night. Right.
It was late Saturday night, early Sunday morning. Late Saturday, October 28th, Sunday morning, October 29th.
So I'm gonna let you guys know what happened there. Apparently, as the nightclubs were all closing in the historic Ybor City district, two groups of people got into a fight outside of the bars as it was closing down, and the altercation escalated into a shootout. Which unfortunately resulted in the deaths of 2 people and the shooting, wounding, injuries of, if I'm not mistaken, 16 or 18 others. Now, from from last reporting, the people who were injured, I haven't seen or heard about any sort of fatalities. Thank goodness, from those injuries. But as far as I'm concerned, people were immediately going to jump like, "Oh no, it's a Halloween psycho shooter!" Like, it turned out it wasn't a psycho shooter trying to mow people down. It was a pair of dumbasses who brought their guns to clubs, and it's bullshit. And especially at Halloween weekend, especially in Ybor City, no, you don't. That's not the
When
kind.
people are trying to have fun.
Exactly, and we wanted to bring that up, but when we realized that there was very little actual, um, there was very little actual,
News.
yeah, no, very little news that actually came out of it. What I am gonna do is I'm gonna see if I can find an article about it. Uh, yeah, no bullshit.
Yeah, no, yeah, that's fine. I mean,
Hang on.
yeah.
Yeah, no, and yeah, I'm gonna actually bring this article from Tampa Bay Times and share it with everyone here for your convenience. So we're gonna go ahead and take a look at that. And yeah, positive healing and energy to all the ones who
Oh,
were
I thought
not
you were gonna
involved, says
just post it there
Codisti.
for them to read. I thought you were just gonna post it there just for them to read while we continue with the
Well,
main story.
no, I am posting that. I want to show the folks the article from Tampa Bay Times.
Oh,
This
okay.
article was posted 2 hours ago. Ybor City Vigil honoring shooting victims brings together community and local officials. Well, Tampa Bay politicians and members of one's victim's family call for more stringent gun laws. Now, like I said, 2 people were fatally shot and 16 others were hurt. Let's see, but Harris identified. Okay, so one of the victims, one of the people who died, Harrison Boonstopple, who was a 20-year-old man, was killed in the shooting. So he was one of the 2 who was killed.
Ugh, man.
All right, so let me take a look here. Yeah, so you guys are all free to read this on your own time. Yeah, others were injured by gunfire, but they haven't been uh actually hurt. So there was some was one. Okay, yeah, and Elijah Wilson, 14, was the other fatality early Sunday.
14 years old. Oh my
Yeah.
goodness.
So we're letting folks know right now. Our thoughts go to the victims of the shooting. Those who are injured. Thankfully, they still have their lives, and we're thankful for that. Um, this
Obviously, folks,
this one's
let's
way too close for us, and
yeah. It sucks. I was gonna say, like, obviously, I guess this should go without saying, but I gotta say it on principle. We do need to respect the privacy of the families and friends who are mourning for the people that are gone.
yeah, exactly, and we're hoping for a speedy and hopefully painless recovery in regards to those uh, who were harmed by the injury over here. Codisti was okay, saying, okay, I'm sorry for protecting the Second Amendment. With that being said, stronger gun laws isn't the answer. No, you're all right, Codisti. No, you did what you're supposed to be doing. You helped defend us over here. Let's see. She doesn't rate the first CM movie. That's hold on. What do you mean CM movie? Uh oh. Oh
Captain Marvel.
oh. Captain Marvel. Oh, okay. Yeah. I want that Carrie Shiz. Let's see. The song "Just a Girl." Oh. The No Doubt song. Okay.
Ah,
Bringing it back
it'll
around to the freaking No Doubt November.
it all comes back in full. It all comes in full circle.
Yeah, it does. All right, yeah, she doesn't rate the first Captain Marvel movie that great either, so it's funny that she's in the second one. Well, she is in the she is part of the Marvel's team, I guess. So I guess it's part of it. All right, now but yeah, no, we do hope that those who were affected by the tragedy that happened this past weekend are able to find solace and that we can actually have a proper discussion over this shit. That being said, the people who were responsible for the shooting, they could suck a fuck. All right.
They can go to hell. Yeah.
They can go to hell in a handbasket. So that's number one. Number two, I actually wanted to bring a little bit of levity, a little bit of fun, and I want to make sure that you guys are with it. Are you with it?
A little bit of levity, a little bit of fun for everyone?
Well, at least fun for me. Now, you guys saw that I've changed up my cup. You're right. This isn't my usual cup where I'm popping a cold one with all the boys. This is the glitch cup, the shaker that they sent me, along with a shaker for Jose and one for Angel, as part of being brand new partners with Glitch Energy. And right now, live for every single one of you guys, I'm going to give y'all my first sampling of one of their hotter sellers over here, Nerdies.
Shit, I got to come around to the living room. I got to see this.
What? You're going to watch me? No, don't watch me. What the hell's the matter with you? At least mute your phone or something. Oh, there he is. Let me do a thing over here. No, you're not. I'm not muted. Here, I'm doing that. There we go. All right, so letting you guys know. Let's see here. This is, by the way, a 0 sugar and 0 calorie energy supplement. You've got ingredients such as vitamin C for ascorbic acid, taurine, tyrosine, alpha size, which is the proprietary energy blend. That's the smart energy blend. You also have cognitique, and let's see, and of course natural caffeine from green coffee bean extract over here, and also Infinergy, which is di-caffeine malate and theanine and estrogen. Not estrogen, astragen, as in Astra ginseng, I guess. Let's see, astragalus, membranceus, and Panax notoginseng root extracts. Okay, that sounds like a lot, and it uses sucralose, which means Splenda. So I know what kind of sweetening I'm in for. So, like I said, 0 sugar, 0 calories, 0 muss, 0 fuss. I am.
What flavor is it?
I already said the flavor is Nerdies, Jose. If you were listening rather than trying to run over here to watch and gawk, there wouldn't be a problem. It's grape and strawberry flavored, classic Nerdies stuff. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna pop my top. I'm gonna shake this bad boy in. Get in there. Get in there. Ugh. I command you. There we go.
Yeah, well, that's what you get for being a dick.
Yes, it's what I get for being a dick. Yeah. Now, while I shake this up, I'm also going to let you guys know about the official discount for Glitch Energy, courtesy of your brand new friends at the Ravens Flock. If you go in to pick up anything at glitchenergy.com, use the promo code FLOCKFUEL, FLOCKFUEL, for 20% off your purchase. So feel free to check that out on your time and on your dime, but not the 20%. That one's on us. All right, I have shaken this bad boy. Nomini Patri Filii Spiritus Sancti, Dominus Hominis. When in Rome, do as the Romans do. Roman Empire gag meme here. Bottoms up.
Well, at least nobody's stabbing you in the back. You know, like the Romans do.
No, Romans only stabbed Caesars in the back, and only one Caesar, who was Julius, who was an asshole. Now, I am digging it. That tastes like proper nerdies. That tastes like some proper nerds. Now, yeah, exactly. Shake it like a Polaroid picture. What I recommend to you guys is, like I mentioned earlier, go ahead and head out to glitchenergy.com and use the promo code FLOCKFUEL for 20% off your purchase. And I actually personally recommend that you find folks, go ahead and check out, let's see here. Stop it. How do I do that? Here, Gaming Starter Energy Kit. Yay! That way you guys get a proper setup of basically the same kind of shaker that we've got. So if you go ahead and head over to glitchenergy.com, you look this up. It'll be right there on the front. You get for only $16.95 your choice of colored shaker. either black or white. I'm cool because I got the black lid and white white cup. And your choice of any 5 flavors over here. You could choose Maui Punch, Cherry Bomb, Nerdies, Smurf Juice, Limit Test, Falcon Smash, Crack Sauce, and and Predator. So yeah, you can choose any of those 5 flavors. And what's also neat is for those who are so inclined, you can even use PayPal for if you have a large order. You can actually split your payment into 4 interest-free payments. So if you're looking to get a whole smorgasbord of stuff, you're free to do so and split up the payments on it as well, right, Jose?
That is true. That is correct.
And guys, do us all a favor. Go ahead, go to glitchenergy.com and use the promo code FlockFuel for 20% off your total purchase. The other reason why my cup is cooler than yours, Jose, which by the way, Jose and Angel each got their own cup. Angel got the white cup, Jose got the black one. Mine is cooler than both of y'all's combined. And do you know why? Do you know why? Guys?
Why?
Because mine glows in the dark, baby! It's not glowing.
So I want to make this apparent to the folks watching right now. Juan didn't have a fucking clue that it glows in the dark until I mentioned it.
You're right, I didn't! I'm a total fraud! I'm joking, I'm not a fraud. I was just late to the...
No, you're just a dick.
Yes, I'm a gigantic dick. I was just late to the party is all.
It's cool. Yeah, you enjoy your cup, and folks, take advantage of the promo code and enjoy the awesome energy and the delicious taste that is Glitch Energy.
Hells yeah! Now, that being said, now that I think I've got our proper pluggings and promoing out of the way,
sponsor over. Back to the BS.
Yeah, exactly. The salad is great. Yeah, the salad is great. What salad? Which salad are you talking about, Matthew Coburn? What salad was he talking about? Are you talking about like a nerd salad? Nerdy salad? What in the world is he
salad?
What is Matthew Coburn going on about? Because I said Maui Punch, Smurf Juice, Limit Test, Falcon Smash, Cracked Sauce. What is there a cracked salad? I don't know if there's a salad.
I have no idea, but you know what? Let's table that for another time, and let's get back to the main topic of the Marvels movie.
Yes, let's do that. Okay.
Also, your mic dropped off again.
Ah! You see the mess that I've got to deal with over here? The absolute state of it all. God dang it. Ah! Okay.
It's fine. It's
fine. It's fine. It's fine. It doesn't bother me. It doesn't bother me. It bothers me. It bothers me a lot! Such is life. Now, as I was trying to say... Carisi was... you were talking to Carisi. Okay, my bad. Wait, what salad were you talking about? Test audience, well, Carisi's talking about test audience over here. Just a girl, funny is that positive, Ybor City. Yeah, isn't as safe as it used to be, says Mr. Geek Me Out. I hope that it can be someday. And yeah, Carisi, no, we've been partnered with Glitch Energy. We got that partnership started just a couple weeks ago over here. So yay. Now, the issue that I've got in regards to the Marvels is that this movie's coming out next week. Oh, the shake for breakfast. Oh, okay, yeah. Okay, actually, yeah, that would actually work out really well. Now that you're mentioning it. Now, this movie doesn't come out until next Friday. There are already test screenings, there are already reviews, and there are already people talking one way or another in regards to in regards to this movie. However, my bone of contention is with one simple fact. People trying to say that it's doom and gloom and that it's horrified and it's the worst thing ever before it's even out yet.
Oh, for crying out loud.
Help me out here. Someone help me make sense of this.
No, it's angry dumb fan nerds being angry dumb fan nerds judging a movie before it had the chance before it releases. It's just like, come on, guys, give it a shot.
No, they don't want to give it a shot. They want to shoot it down. No,
That's like
well,
that's
at
like
least that's
that's
what it
like
looks like
rejecting,
they're trying to do.
that's like looking at a pizza commercial and rejecting the specialty pizza just because you think it looks gross or it tastes gross. Like, bro, at least sit down and take a bite first before you stick your nose into it.
Right? Okay, now now with that being said over here, I do want to bring I do actually want to bring some examples of how this is properly being handled by folks who, know what the fuck they're saying and know what the fuck they're doing. Um Now here's what's up. Actually, I'm trying to find something. This is a little bit more important. I'm trying to find that where did it go? Yeah, no, I could have sworn that I sent you a thing, Jose. I'll find it later. Okay, now what I actually want to bring up as my first piece of evidence of how folks are trying to how you can discuss this stuff in a constructive manner is let's see here. I've got just from October 19th over here from the Hollywood Reporter, which I will share with you fine folks at home to read at your time, on your dime, on your leisure. Let's see here. Tired of people doing that. If you don't like it after you watch it, then it's fine. Yeah, but trying to crap on it before it even does anything is just fucking ridiculous. Ida Think So's in the chat. Hi there, Ida Think So. Welcome to the Black Files. We appreciate your face. We appreciate your being here. Now this article came out on the 19th of October. It was written out by Pamela McClintock. Headline reads, "The Marvels tracking for $75 million to $80 million domestic debut in latest test of box office superhero fatigue." Now, I can't play the video because it's video. Female-fronted The Marvels is tracking to open in the $75 to $80 million range in the latest test of box office superhero fatigue. It launches November 10th. The 33rd installment in the Marvel Cinematic Universe is a sequel to 2019 Brie Larson's starer Captain Marvel, which opened $253 million in North America, not adjusted for inflation. Tracking for the Marvels varies widely depending on the research firm. NRG has it at 72 to 88 million, while the Quorum thinks 80 to 90 million. The superhero film is unique in that it stars 3 female leads and it was directed by Nia DaCosta, who is the first black woman to direct a Marvel Studios movie, as well as the youngest director of an MCU film. Now,
Awesome.
all right, so not bad. The last title from Marvel Studios that didn't open to 70 million or more was Ant-Man in 2015 at 57.2 million. The majority of the MCU movies, 25 of them to be exact, have opened to 100 million or more domestically, with 8 movies coming in at 150 million or higher. There is extra pressure on exhibitors for the Marvels to do well after Dune Part 2 abandoned its November 2nd release date because of the ongoing actor strike and the accompanying prohibition on talent not doing any promotion. Marvel Studios and Disney decided to keep the Marvels on its date, but had hoped the strike would end in time for the cast to do publicity. There's also ongoing concern about superhero fatigue. DC has been hit hardest, highlighted by the Flash bombing this summer after opening to $55 million domestically. A major
The less we talk about the Flash, the better.
Yep. Let's see here. A major exception to any fatigue was Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. The threequel debuted to $106 million domestically on its way to grossing $845.6 million globally, just behind the second film, which grossed in at $863.7 million. In the new movie, Larson is joined by Iman Vellani, the breakout star of the Disney Plus series Ms. Marvel, as well as Tiana Paris as the grown-up version of Captain Marvel character Monica Rambeau. The actor made her Marvel debut in WandaVision, which counted the Marvels' screenwriter Megan McDonnell among its writers. The Marvels find the heroes linked in a quite inconvenient way. Time one of them uses their powers, they switch locations with each other, as was teased in the season finale of Ms. Marvel last year. Also, Gary Lewis, Park Seo-joon, Zenobia Shroff, Mohan Kapoor, and Sagar Sheikh also star in the Marvels. So this is an analytical way to take a look at what's happening and what to expect and how folks are expecting the Marvels to come out. Okay?
Okay.
This was very much numerically driven. This is very much an article that was purely driven by the numbers. It's like, okay, these are the facts: ABC, XYZ, 1, 2, 3. This is how this looks according to the projections from other similar films. This is how it compares to this film. This is how it might compare to other films that released in the same sort of way, in the same milieu, right?
Right.
So, with that being said, I personally don't have an issue with how this article came out. It basically spelled it out for us. It said, like, okay, well, we're free to go ahead and continue and continue on our path to watch the Marvels if we want, or if that's something that we planned on doing. However, this is what it looks like it might do. There's not a guarantee, but that is the theory that's going along with it so far, right?
Okay.
And they're comparing it based on proper research.
Based on proper research, based on statistics.
Exactly. Now, D-Nice was saying superhero fatigue had nothing to do with The Flash. Crappy CGI and crappy actors' antics made it fail. Yeah, that's a big factor there. Like, okay.
I'm sorry, man, but even the star power of Michael Keaton and to an extent Ben Affleck was not enough to save that mess.
Nor the cameo of George Clooney at the end.
Or the rising star of Sasha Kaye, because she was awesome.
Sasha Kaye is Supergirl, by the way. No notes. Knocked it out of the park. Mwah. No trouble.
Okay, getting back to Marvel.
I didn't even care that she wasn't blonde or whatever. Like, Supergirl's supposed to be like super mega blonde, but nah, I don't care. She was just Supergirling, and it's perfectly fine, right?
Exactly.
Yes. No. Okay. Cool. Now,
I said fine. You didn't hear me?
I legitimately didn't hear you.
Wait, is my mic on? Can you check my mic?
Your mic is on.
Then how the hell did you not hear me?
Probably because I was speaking over you without meaning to.
You do that a lot. But yes,
sorry.
I do. No, don't be sorry. It's fine.
All right, now let me see here. Yeah, echoed all the way here to Scott. Oh, echoed to California, haha, and echoed all the way here to Scotland. Ouch. My bad. Yeah, no. I imagine that it's probably making its way around all the way over to Hong Kong or something. I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm getting right back at me. Anyhow, now that's how journalists do homework, right? And we can interpret that very straightforward. There's no way to mistake that sort of interpretation. There's no way to get that messed up. There's no way to flub it, right?
No, there's no way to flub it.
Okay. Yeah, no, because I like I said, I'm seriously hoping that there's no way that anyone can mistake that way of mistake that sort of that sort of information there. No one can mistake that for like, oh well, this is one biased in one way or biased in another way. Like, no, what bias? It's literally just itself. So it was like, okay, I can live with that. Now, with regards to the whole issue of superhero fatigue, there was an article that came out earlier this year that actually came out back in August 11th. And let me see here. It looks like it's actually partially an interview with director Nia DaCosta in regards to the whole topic of superhero fatigue. It's actually also another Hollywood Reporter. And let me see here. I actually want to share this with you guys, and that way we can get a proper read, a proper stuff. And I promise you guys, the reason why I'm doing it this way is because this is what we call in comedy the setup. Okay? I'm leading you up to the setup. This is how a normal fucking human being reads shit, interprets shit, and then expresses shit. Right? And I'd like to think that our audience here at the Ravens Flock are, for all our nerdy quirks, that we're relatively normal thinking. We're not complete and absolute psychopaths. Right?
Maybe.
You're pretty liberal with that in the maybe there, Jose. You're scaring me. Who am I kidding? You based our group channel on a bird. Who am I thinking? You're batshit crazy. Come watch our bird show. Anyway, now, yeah, define normal. Thank you, Christy. So this article, like I said, it came out August 11th by way of Carly Thomas. Headline reads, "The Marvel's director on superhero fatigue and why the sequel will stand out." So it's a promo interview. I've got no problems with promo videos. You do you, boo-boo, as long as what you're doing, as long as you're not trying to mislead people with any one way or another. Don't try to hype it as the hottest thing since sliced bread. Tell it to us like it is. Tell us why we should come in to watch this movie. All right, so this lovely lady on the left is director Nia DaCosta. Okay, very cool outfit, very nice outfit. I can dig it. And of course, Brie Larson is Captain Marvel on the right. I wonder why this is it just me or does this picture look a little pixelated from my view? It's got to be the image itself. Okay, I'm not gonna about it. Okay. I'll go ahead and read off. The Marvel's director, Nia DaCosta, is teasing what fans can expect about the upcoming Captain Marvel sequel. During a recent interview with Total Film magazine, the Candyman filmmaker said she thinks, quote, superhero fatigue absolutely exists, quote, she believes her film will stand out from the rest. Yes, by the way, Jose, she was the one who directed the remake of Candyman.
Oh, awesome. Sorry, I haven't seen the remake yet. I've only seen the classic when I was a kid, and it's one of the many horror movies that scarred me.
Same. As a matter of fact, like, guys, I know that we're just a little bit late to the party, but give us go ahead and hit one in the chat if you have watched Candyman, either the original or the 2021 version. So, by all means, let us know. Oh, snap. And just to let you know, Jose, Tony Todd, the original Candyman, he is in that movie. He is in the remake one, along with Tiana Paris and Yahya Abdul-Mateen II, the dude who played New Morpheus in Matrix Resurrections, and Jordan Peele's in it. So, you can take that for what it's worth. It's got a 5.9 out of 10 rating on IMDb, but it is what it is.
I like the Matrix Resurrections. That was obviously, I like the new character Bugs, played by Jessica Henwick.
Of course, Jessica Henwick, she knocks it out of the park every time. She did a badass job. I have the Scream Factory Blu-ray, but all these years I've never seen the whole thing. Really? You've never seen the whole one? Not me, no way. I'm a snowflake, says I to think so. Ouch. Okay, no, that's all right. Well, Candyman is one of those horror movies like, oh yeah, this will scare the piss out of you. And D-Nice was saying, let's see here, all y'all need is Michael Keaton to guest star because he plays characters with wings, Batman, Birdman, and Vulture. Yeah, he was also the founder. Maybe he could hook us up with a Big Mac. And Kodisi was saying, we're all a little mad inside. Like the Cheshire Cat in Alice in Wonderland. My man's a big horror buff and is catching me up on it. Good. Good. Educate. Culturally enrich yourself with Candyman. Say his name while looking in the mirror, Kodisi. Candyman.
Oh my God.
Candyman. We're a little late from Halloween, okay? We didn't do a show Tuesday night, but we can if you help us become full-time YouTubers. Become interflockers, share, and let other people know to join up, to subscribe to the Ravens Flock so we can become full-time YouTubers. We'll try to give you a Tuesday show. I don't know. Anything is possible. Anyhow, now I'm going to get back to the actual article. Sorry, I got segued with Candyman because, it's fucking Candyman. Okay, so, the latest MCU installment sees Brie Larson's Carol Danvers, aka Captain Marvel, get her powers entangled with those of Iman Vellani's Kamala Khan and Tiana Paris's Monica Rambeau. Together, they must work to save the universe. I mean, isn't that always the thing? It's like a Tuesday for them. And here's her thing. The biggest difference from the other MCU movies to date is that it's really wacky and silly. DaCosta told the outlet for its upcoming August 17th issue. The worlds we go to in this movie are worlds unlike others you've seen in the MCU. Bright worlds that you haven't seen before. Cool. I can dig that. That sounds like fun. Executive producer Mary Livanos also explained how this particular team-up is different from other movies in the MCU, how they aim to make it relatable. Quote, The Avengers movies are these epic conclusions to chapters of storytelling, whereas this is a team-up within the narrative that we didn't necessarily expect from Marvel, she added. Usually, you wait for characters to show up all together in Avengers movies. We were excited to design a team-up featuring characters that women from all walks of life could relate to. Either way, DaCosta's film is debuting amid a tricky year for the superhero genre, with many highs and lows at the box office. Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse and Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 were bright spots, whereas Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania, The Flash, and Shazam! Fury of the Gods disappointed. Let's not forget Black Adam.
Sorry, go on. No, I was just like, I got a chance to watch Quantumania. It could have been better.
I still enjoyed it. I mean, for crap's sake, am I the only one who still enjoys this MCU stuff?
No, I do. I enjoyed it too. The fun parts that they did right, it was good.
Ah, come on. I'm like, but they did a lot of stuff right. Come on. Okay, I'll quit belaboring the point. Trying to see what else I can do here. Okay, so I'm going to just download that and continue from there. Okay, so I'll continue the article. Okay, so let's see here. Spider-Verse co-writer and producer Christopher Miller also addressed superhero fatigue in a June interview with Rolling Stone. His take is that it shouldn't be to blame for superhero movies not meeting expectations. His quote: "I don't believe it's superhero fatigue. I believe it's a movie that feels like a movie I've seen a dozen times before fatigue," he said at the time. "If you're using the same story structure and the same style and the same tone and the same vibe as movies and shows that have come before, it doesn't matter what the genre is, it's going to be boring to people." Gary Lewis, Park June, Zenobia Shroff, Mon Kapoor, and Sagar Sheikh also star in The Marvels, which arrives in theaters November 10th. Okay, so wait a minute, Christopher Miller, that as in Lord and Miller, isn't it? Holy crap, hang on. Give me a minute.
Chris Miller, he directed, I'm trying to think.
Hang on. Because I'm pretty sure.
I think he may have had a hand in the Lego movie, Chris Miller.
Yeah.
But yes, that is.
Yeah. Okay, I'm done. I'm done. Yang. He is Miller of Lord and Miller, as in that Lord and Miller. Yes, that's him. Okay. So yeah, it totally makes sense with him. To basically say, like, guys, it's not a matter of the superhero movies. Is it that you'd have that kind of effect if there was any other kind of freaking film that doesn't amp up with freaking what do you call it? With a unique story. Let the story be unique, is what Miller's trying to say.
And I agree with him. That's actually a good counter argument.
Right? So, like, that's simply what he's saying over here, and that's all I'm saying on that end. And what's her face? And Nia DaCosta is basically saying, like, hey, no, this will be fun because we're doing a change of scenery. We're doing a couple different new settings, new environments, and it'll be different, and it'll be nice to see, like, how each one of these characters, Iman Vellani as what's her face as Kamala Khan, Tiana Paris as Monica Rambeau, and Brie Larson as Carol Danvers. All three of them are different personalities, to be sure. Let's see here. Jonathan Majors not menacing enough, says D Nice. Are you sure there? Oh, and Carisi, though, that wasn't a porn slip. You want to know what it is? That's my Facebook feed, and that's people. That one person got hacked. She got hacked on her Facebook page, and as I was thinking, I didn't realize that I still had my Facebook page up, which is how I share a lot of the articles between myself and Jose and everyone else. So you're getting a little behind-the-scenes stuff. I'm not ashamed. I'm not sorry. Besides,
I'm sorry, Juancho. I have to cut in. I have to interrupt because no, how dare you? Jonathan Majors was pretty villainous.
In Quantumania?
Yes.
In Loki?
Yes.
Okay, number one, the fact that, like I said, the fact that we saw Jonathan Majors not trying to defeat Scott Lang at that point, but beat the shit out of the man with his bare fucking hands. Like, okay, what? Like, what? You thought that just because I have badass future tech that looks magical because it's so advanced that I don't know how to throw down? I fucking beat up Adonis Creed, motherfucker! Jonathan Majors can wreck a motherfucker. Okay.
Yes.
And regardless what the situation is right now between himself and the allegations that are going on with him, which by the way, the jury's still out on that. I actually need to do a little more digging and put a little update on that because I'm seeing two different conflicting narratives on it. One's them saying like, okay, the motherfucker is definitely super mega guilty and that he's going to jail, and another's on the line like, hey, no, the lady that has been accusing him of being a bad domestic partner.
Yeah, it's 50-50. I guess that's the only hang up on him right now.
Yeah, and like, yeah, that's a problem, and that casts a pall over anything involving Kang the Conqueror, or He Who Remains, or a jerk. Right?
Or whatever incarnation, whatever form he takes in the season 2 of Loki.
Right. So yeah, no, like legitimately, what's his face? He is like I said, he's regardless of what you say about this guy, he is definitely a fascinating actor, and he's definitely one who is not to be fucked with physicality wise. We saw Creed 3. It was glorious. I saw it with Andy. It was henshin as a motherfucker. It was beautiful. I dug it. I'm thinking that Andy was just probably a little more tired because it was late in the day, but I digress.
Damn, imagine a movie being so badass that it literally gave him a TKO.
Right? I'm thankful that Andy managed to drive home in one piece over there afterwards because he was just like, dude, those nuts. Anyhow, let me take a look over here. Matthew Comer was saying, I enjoyed it. I don't have to win. You both just have to lose. That to me is just such a Captain America thing. So he picked up a thing or two from the Avengers. Yes, he did. Well done, Scotty. He learned it.
Yeah, he also got the shit beat out of him. And by that point, he was probably thinking, oh, man, so this is what Tony Stark must feel like fighting Thanos.
Exactly, right? Fail on the computer there, buddy. Yeah, no, it's not a fail or whatever. Okay, I'm getting past that. Matthew, I had that going around my head there. Oh, the Candyman can. God damn it! And Dean, I will contribute again, but I really need to save. But I need to really save now. Hopefully, put a down payment on the house next year. No, it's totally okay, Dean. Nice on your time, on your dime. I'm not trying to pressure. I was like saying like, hey, no, if you guys can help us become full-time YouTubers, we can give you shows on Tuesdays and Wednesdays and Thursdays, and we'll do our Saturday show, maybe even Mondays or Fridays. I don't know. Who knows? We don't know. Hey, this shit's really kicking in. I'm not even going totally depressive anymore. I'm just in the manic stage. Fantastic. So, so I definitely like the nerdies. The flavor is in there. And let's see. Matthew Coleman also says, Kang has said he faced many, many Ant-Men and others like many, many Avengers. But no matter how powerful you are, odds are someone will be you. Someone will beat you. Yeah. No, you're right. At some point. Now, all this is in regards to that's just my opinion, conspiracy theory, whatever. You're perfectly okay, D Nice. Everyone's entitled to their opinion, and yeah, maybe if he was less a god am I, and more I will I think maybe he could have done a little bit more Zodish in Man of Steel, right? To have,
a little bit.
Because the way Michael Shannon had General Zod, he was clearly the stoic, hardened military leader, but he was also fucking crazed, and he was also fucking much more indignant on there. Like he got to that point.
Being frozen and incarcerated in the Phantom Zone can do things to your mind.
True. Like one would imagine that after being exiled in the quantum realm for God knows how long, that Kang had gone cuckoo in that regard. But it's probably more a matter of like the vibe that I got from him is more that crazy is just under a gossamer thin, fine Chinese silk thin layer of civility that can snap at a moment's notice. You notice how he was very much he spoke very quietly. He spoke very clearly. He spoke as a man who is supposed to be an evolved man of the future.
But as soon as he gets
I'm
amped up,
king! You talk to ants! And what the fuck does he do? He gets his ass whipped by fucking Michael Douglas and ants. Ha! So fuck you, Kang.
It's like watching a Jerry Lewis performance.
No, that's not Jerry Lewis. Jerry Lewis is amazingly funny and comedic and a little manic. I'm thinking, this works. At least it worked for me. But that's just my opinion. I know, it's probably, if we were to put it on like a dialer scale, for me, I like that he was on a 4 or a 5 on the Psycho scale for the majority of the time. I'm thinking that D-Nice maybe would have wanted him in like a 7 or an 8. Does that make sense? Am I gauging that right there?
No. That does make sense. But let's try to wrap it back around over to the Marvels now.
Yes, let's bring it back around to the Marvels. As we're talking
let's get to the part where the idiots are talking.
Do we need to get to it right away? Because I'm still doing a lead up. I promise it's worth it. I so promise it's worth it.
Okay, you're good. Continue your thing then.
Yeah, I'm gonna continue my thing. Where's the date for this? Is there a date for this? Zoom out. Where is this? Is there a date for this? 2023. Is there a date for this one? Come on, guys. What the fuck? I'm actually trying to find something over here on this one article that I have. Where is it? I'm not seeing a thing. Okay. Come on, when the hell did this story come out? Tatiana Siegel. Maybe if I go to her page, there's a thingy.
Juan, did you break it?
No, I didn't break it. What are you talking about? I didn't break Variety magazine. I wouldn't know how to break it even if I tried.
By the way, I think it's been 45 minutes since you've had that glitch drink. How are you feeling?
How do you think I'm feeling? I'm rambling and imitating Jonathan Majors acting. I'm feeling fantastic.
Very funny. Well, I was going to say, like, physically, like, do you feel any different?
No. But that's just me. I have a very high tolerance for caffeine. Which, by the way, each one of these little pouch servings has a total caffeine serving of 225 milligrams. So definitely thin this out, drink it down, and moderate, folks. Moderate for yourselves, moderate for your intake. I'm a psychopath.
Moderation.
I'm a con goer. I live off of caffeine. For goodness sake, I have no choice but to live off of caffeine. Okay, so this article that I was going to refer to by Variety magazine, from what I'm reading here, is in regards to the Marvels, but it's more along the lines of a lot of stuff working on the fact that that it's also a big part of the whole superhero fatigue issue. More to the point, it looks as if this article came out today, but I still can't seem to find the actual date for the article. I'm sorry about that. You know what? I'm going to share it with you guys anyway. Go
ahead and share anyways, because it's still information. It's still something that we got to talk about.
Exactly. We do not hide our sources, nor do we try to crap on them either. Oh, Matthew Cobra was making a Wall Street joke with Michael Douglas. Greed is good, except for Kang. Ha. Kang. You Bush League superfood? Anyhow, so this article coming to us from Variety magazine by way of writer Tatiana Siegel reads, let's see, Crisis at Marvel, Jonathan Majors' backup plans, the Marvels reshoots, reviving original Avengers, and more issues revealed. This is a whole read, and I'm not going to be able to get through the entire bit of it. I'm actually going to try to get through where the issue of the MCU problem with Jonathan Majors is where it begins here. Let's see, and this is how the Variety magazine article leads up. You see this nice little cover here. Let's see, is Marvel in trouble? You have a whole team grouping of let's see here. You have Loki with his scepter, Bucky, Sam Wilson's Captain America, Scott Lang, Ms. Marvel, She-Hulk, Groot, Captain Marvel herself, and Kang the Conqueror. And all around them are people like moviegoers, like facing away with boxes of popcorn on the ground, like, "Hey guys, where are you going? Come on, turn around. We're over here," kind of thing.
Oh my god.
Let's see here. There we go. I'm going to continue. I'm actually going to pick up from this part of the article because it's relevant to our issue here. Beyond the bad press for majors, the brain trust at Marvel is also grappling with the November release of The Marvels, a sequel to 2019's blockbuster Captain Marvel that has been plagued with lengthy reshoots and now appears to likely underwhelm in the box office. This is all unprecedented turn for a fortune for a company that has enjoyed a nearly uninterrupted string of hits ever since it started independently producing its movies in 2008's Iron Man. That wildly profitable run culminated in the $2.8 billion success of 2019's Avengers Endgame, a high watermark for the studio that had earned nearly $30 billion over 32 films. Yay, very nice. Okay, replicating that kind of phenomenon is never easy. However, the sources of Marvel's current troubles can be tracked back to 2020. That's when the COVID pandemic ushered in a mandate to help boost Disney's stock price with an endless torrent of interconnected Marvel content for the studio's fledgling streaming platform, Disney+. According to the plan, there would never be a lapse in superhero fare, with either a film in theaters or a new TV series streaming at any given moment. But the ensuing tsunami of spandex proved to be too much of a good thing, and the demands of churning out so much programming taxed the Marvel apparatus. Moreover, the need to tease out an interwoven storyline over so many disparate shows, movies, and platforms created a muddled narrative that baffled viewers. Okay, so let's see here. Quote, the Marvel machine was pumping out a lot of content. Did it get to the point where there was just too much and they were burning people out of superheroes? It's possible, says Wall Street analyst Eric Handler, who covers Disney. Let's see here. The more you do, the tougher it is to maintain quality. They tried experimenting with breaking in some new characters like Shang-Chi and Eternals with mixed results. With budgets as big as these, you need home runs. The Marvels, which opens in theaters on November 10th, will struggle to get the ball past the infield, at least by Marvel's outsized standards. The movie, which cost $250 million and sees Brie Larson reprising her role as Captain Marvel, is tracking to open $75 to $80 million, far below the $185 million Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness took in domestically in its debut weekend last year. Let's see here. Director Nia DaCosta, Tiana Paris is Veronica Rambeau, Marvelani's Kamala Khan. But instead of seamlessly building on the success of Captain Marvel, this movie resulted in 4 weeks of reshoots to bring coherence to a tangled storyline. Then eyebrows were raised again when DaCosta began working on another film while The Marvels was still in post-production. The filmmaker moved to London earlier this year to begin prepping for her Tessa Thompson drama, Hedda. A representative for DaCosta declined to comment. With quote over here, if you're directing a $250 million movie, it's kind of weird for the director to leave with a few months to go, says a source familiar with the production. The Marvels has seen its release date moved back twice, too. Once to swap places with Quantumania, which was deemed further along, and again with its debut shifted from July to November to give the filmmakers more time to tinker. But that extra time didn't necessarily help. In June, Marvel, which traditionally only solicits feedback from Disney employees and their friends and families, took the uncharacteristic step of holding a public screening in Texas. The audience gave the film middling reviews. Let's see here. But Marvel has never been in the business of being average. Kevin's real superpower, his genius, has always been in post-production and getting his hands on movies and making sure that they finish strongly, the source adds. These days, he's spread thin. Feige declined to comment on the story. Referring to Kevin Feige, the lord and ruler of Marvel Studios. Feige is the only person who shows signs of strain. Marvel's entire visual effects battalion, including staffers and vendors, is struggling to keep pace with a never-ending stream of productions. Okay, I think that brings us pretty much to the point of what happened with the Marvels here. The fact that we have an issue that Nia DaCosta, the director, had actually moved to London earlier this year so that she could do pre-production on a different movie, and while the Marvels is still in post-production, so it's a little bit odd for her to not be present over at Marvel Studios or helping out in that regard. So that is a little bit of a like, and folks are saying like, oh, that's not a good sign. That means it's gonna flop and little. Okay, first off, your thoughts, Jose. Your thoughts.
Okay, so I actually would like to propose a different theory.
Okay.
So let's all agree to this. In the span of 10 plus years since the release of the first Iron Man movie up to Avengers Endgame, the Marvel Cinematic Universe. I mean, yeah, fine, whatever. the Marvel Cinematic Universe, Marvel Studios, or whatever you want to call them, they've done an absolute amazing job in telling a long, drawn out story that culminated into the ultimate battle with the original Avengers. And they had an incredible star cast: Robert Downey Jr., Chris Evans, Scarlett Johansson, the list goes on. And to say that they did gangbusters with the trail of movies that they made is an understatement. Can we agree?
That I can agree on to a degree. Yes, go on.
Okay. Personally, and like I said, this is just my theory. Nobody has to agree with me. That's okay. I think what it is that the fans who enjoyed those movies are now seeing like the new stuff that's coming out right now. And while some of them are into it, case in point, me and you, there are others who feel not just burned out, but they feel like Marvel that Marvel Studios can't recapture that lightning in the bottle again.
Okay, no, that I do
That they feel
agree
like
with.
that they feel like that the novelty may have worn off.
Okay. Now that okay, well that's the whole thing of superhero fatigue is they can't recapture everything that came up to Endgame. Here's the thing, folks are like Endgame spoiled us to a degree, and I'm saying that because Endgame gave us the biggest payoff and the biggest battle in the history of the battles of battling for all the battles. It's tough for anything to go forward after that. It's very tough, but that doesn't mean that people should just give up on it. Like, oh, well, that's it. It's over. The MCU is finished and nothing else happens ever again. That's a little defeatist. That's a little freaking too reductive.
That clearly shows they don't read comics.
No, that's not it. It's folks that it shows that folks don't quite have the same patience to get back to that point. Now, spreading the stuff to also be part of Disney Plus didn't help anything. Or rather, the way that the productions were set up doesn't really help. And if they're not willing to actually expand on like the staffs or the teams that work on the programs in order to make these make the Disney Plus shows, if they're not willing to expand like staffing and post-production teams and hire people on in order to do this instead of like hopscotching and like making like, oh no, well this team's got to do this and then you got to there's no stop, we gotta go. That is what's going to burn out a lot of the post-production workers. That and so like get more staff and freaking go for it. Then don't just go with low bidding, like underselling yourself just because you can do the work that another visual effects house can do, and that you should. And just because they're charging less than you doesn't mean that you're not worth it. It just means that the studio has to pony up because they need the bodies. They need the tech gurus to continue tech guruing.
Yes.
Now, give me a few moments over here.
Yeah, no worries.
I'm actually doing a thingy real quick. There we go. Since good and Nikki Bella is in the chat. Hey up there, Nikki Bella. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the Blackfiles. Ages of S.H.I.E.L.D. was the best of the shows. I loved Ages of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. was fun.
Right? It was badass. It was awesome.
I liked Agent Carter a little bit more, and I feel like that it just came and left too soon.
You think? I don't think it came and left too soon. I think that it kind of dropped a little bit, and it diverged from the narratives from there. Now, this is how we can have a proper discussion on whether or not there's actual issues with the production of the Marvels, with the productions of the MCU.
Exactly. We're not tearing each other's heads off like a bunch of crazy dinosaurs.
All right.
That's not what ravens do.
No. We are sojourners of truth. We are heralds of uncomfortable truths. The uncomfortable truth is the fact of the matter is, it's not that there's superhero fatigue. It's that the freaking corporate overlords that run these franchises, they're only worried about the bottom line and trying to crank out as much and as quickly as they can, rather than putting in the work and putting in the muscle behind the work. So they need to crank out the muscle behind the work. That being said, folks, I promised you all a payoff. I promised you all a payoff to this joke. I promised you, each and every one of you guys, how all of this is basically culminating to how the true fans, quote unquote, are reacting to this news of the Marvels.
The true fans, he says in quotations.
Big fat fucking quotation marks. Like, I can't do quotation marks with my 2 fingers on each hand. It's not big enough. So I'm gonna like Vulcan salute the quotation marks so that they're big quotations. Okay? True fans. Idiots. Okay. Now, one such example is brought to me by way of someone that I follow over here on Twitter who goes by Loza. And what they do is they basically follow along with the madness of other YouTubers, other certain geeks and certain gamers, if you would, who basically make their bread and butter off of this stuff. So here is the example of how the biggest and most powerful YouTubers are framing this. Success! Five Nights at Freddy's embarrassing Disney at the box office with a picture of Brie Larson CGI'd with gigantic teary eyeballs saying failure underneath her, and Freddy Fazbear with a gigantic smile and big success and money behind him.
Wow, so that guy is an idiot.
Those guys. There's more than
Those
one.
guys are idiots. Sorry.
Folks, I wish I were making this up. I wish to God and Jesus and Allah and Buddha and Tom Cruise's dandruff, where all his remaining body thetans are trying to hold on, but he uses Head and Shoulders because he's slick like that. I wish that was a fake thumbnail. I really wish to God that was a fake thumbnail. I really, really, really do. But it's not a fake thumbnail. Booyaka! This is on their own goddamn freaking page over here. Welcome to geeksandgamers.com's YouTube channel. These guys have fucking 367,000 subscribers. These guys are like the big dogs of nerd and pop culture news. And apparently, according to them, Gina Carano calls out Rachel Zegler over Hollywood hypocrisy. And yeah, the Five Nights at Freddy's thing. Oh, dear Lord, look at how popular their bigger videos are. Oh, the Avengers hate Brie Larson. The lies of Brie Larson, the most unlikable person on Earth. They love to talk about Brie Larson. They love to talk about how horrible Brie Larson is. They love to talk about how she is the worst thing to ever happen. Look, the Marvel's entire plot leaks. This movie is doomed. With another crying Brie Larson thing. It's bad. And Nick Fury angry. Let's see here. More things about Disney and more things about Rachel Zegler. She's their newest boogeyman because she's diverse. Critics destroyed. Five Nights at Freddy's wrecks useless movie critics. Dude, what the fuck are you then? Aren't you useless movie critics? No, let's see here. Let's see. They love to talk about how Kathleen Kennedy is crying and all this stuff, and Gina Carano is the hottest thing of all creation. Like, so much Kathleen Kennedy crying and Brie Larson crying over here. Let's see. They love just seeing women cry. There's this fucking photo. You're gonna love this one from 13 days ago, Jose. Video that they put up of Brie Larson wants out. Marvel falling apart. They Photoshop Brie Larson's head, like surprisingly not crying, but photoshopped over the body of Brock Lesnar with Kevin Feige crying.
Are you serious?
Would I make this up? Look at this screen! Look at this screen. She is their cash cow for pointing out everything that's horrible and wrong in all the world. A tangential friend or ally of the Ravens flock / occasional troll of his own, Vito Gisaldi, who's one of the co-hosts of The Biggest Problem in the Universe alongside Dick Masterson. But Vito is a friend of Andy over here, of Andy Signor on Popcorn Planet. So he's a friend of a friend as far as we're concerned. I haven't met him yet. I don't know him from Adam, but I do know that Vito is a habitual line stepper. And I say that in the best way possible. That being said, now that you know what kind of guy Vito is, I'm pretty sure that if he were in the persuasion of this stuff, like they would say that on their program, along with Dick Masterson, that the biggest problem in the universe, according to Geeks and Gamers, is Brie Larson because she's lives rent-free in these fucking guys' heads. Look, 2 weeks ago, disaster, Disney panics, the Marvel is set to bomb in the box office. Let's see here. Another thing of Robin Hood. Let's see here. One Piece is woke. What the fuck?
One Piece is woke. Okay, that guy needs to get his ass kicked.
No. He's talking about like face palming people calling One Piece woke.
Oh, okay.
One Piece review, Netflix review from an anime normie. No, it's not woke, you fucking idiots. Let's see here. Yeah, no, they're saying the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie bombed. They're talking about Barbenheimer. These guys have basically been salivating over being able to put Brie Larson back up on their thumbnails here. Look at this. Over the span of 24 hours, they had already like 2 or 3 videos just featuring her name because it brings in money, dear boy. Why? Money. You know why? Viewing. Hate watching. That's all it is. These guys love to do this shit because they do it for the sake of creating hate watching and hate views. They literally make their money off of this. And if you don't believe me, here's another even bigger company than and a bigger team, bigger than fucking Geeks and Gamers. Who let me see here. Vito is Neat 9, not Nito. Haha. And Jean Rick made her way into the chat. Hey up there, Jean Rick, how's it going?
Welcome to the Black Files.
Yes, welcome to the Black Files. We appreciate your face here. And Soundmind is saying Geeks and Gamers, in my eyes, is more political than gaming. That's my impression.
Well, yeah, of course. How many times have we had conversations with Angel about video gaming that went political-ish?
Right. Good grief. Let me take a look over here. Matthew Coburn was also saying earlier in the chat, the Snyder Cut battle's dark side gets knocked out so hard he forgot what planet he was on, losing track of the boxes. Right? Like, how the fuck does he not remember the one time where he got his shit rocked and it took Olympian gods, a whole horde of Vikings and Mongolians and Greeks and Spaniards and all this stuff, all these other people of the ancient world, Amazon women, a fucking Green Lantern showing up, all these guys showing up to kick the ass of this one guy in particular. How can he not remember the one time that Darkseid got his ass royally handed to him? I don't know about you, but the fucking Snyder Cut is dumber than a box of rocks when you look at it. The longer time that I have to be able to look at it in hindsight, the dumber I realize the Snyder Cut is. But these fucking guys like fucking Geeks and Gamers will say that Snyder is God's gift to comics and that he should be given property over all comics forever because he's so grim dark edgelord. Because he gave us Juggalo Joker. Because he gave us Murder Batman. Because he gave us Angsty Superman.
The only points I'm going to give him is for giving us 300 and for giving us The Watchmen. Because I actually like The Watchmen.
Yeah, and he's been writing off of that for forever. He's been writing that coattail. Rather, he's been writing on that, what do you call it?
And Sucker Punch. I mean, I know that it's not everybody's favorite, but you know.
Right, no, I understand. It's not everybody's favorite, but I know it's your favorite, and that's okay, Zay. Let me take a look here. Matthew Coburn was also saying ABC had canceled Agents of Shield for season 5. It was Disney themselves who made it ABC renew it for 2 more years. At least Agent Carter and Jarvis were brought back for Avengers Endgame, right? Like, Steve Rogers got his happy ending. He got his dance with his lady, and unfortunately, Tony Stark finally left the cave. That's the way I see it. He finally got out of the cave. Let me see. 2010's Marvels was the best. It ended at Spider-Man No Way Home, says Sound Mind. Wait. What? No Way Home? No, that wasn't 2010.
That's last year.
Yeah, 2022 was Spider-Man No Way Home.
Yeah.
No, 2021. 2021. Yeah.
2021. Sorry. That's 2 years ago.
We both got it mixed up. It's okay. It's okay, but I digress. What I was going to say, and join the flock side. We do have cookies. You're right, Cookies. See, we have cookies. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and refer you guys to the sillies that are GFR, Giant Freaking Robot. They put up a freaking thread yesterday on their Twitter saying, don't bother buying a ticket to see the Marvels. It's not worth seeing, and here's why in a short thread. We've got nothing against the Marvels. I'm fine with Brie Larson. We liked Captain Marvel, but I still don't think anyone should see it in theaters. I just don't think any movies are worth seeing in theater anymore. It would be absolutely fine if movie theaters went the way of butter churning, cave painting, and BlackBerry phones. Hey, I miss BlackBerry phones. This isn't an anti-Marvel thing either. I feel the same about Killers of the Flower Moon, Napoleon, Godzilla -1, Dream Scenario, Dix the Musical, The Creator, Doom Part 2, or any other films I might want to see. I'll see them as soon as as they make their way to a streaming service and or have a physical home release. My biggest disappointment of the past few years came when the aftermath of the COVID-19 pandemic failed to kill the movie theater industry and throw everything online. During lockdown, it looked like the streamers were going to take over everything, but all it took was a Tom Cruise midlife crisis sequel and James Cameron to remake the same movie he's been making for decades. I have all the same warm, fuzzy nostalgia of seeing movies in theaters as the most ardent cinephile. I remember seeing Star Wars, not A New Hope, it was just Star Wars back then, Raiders of the Lost Ark, Star Trek II, The Fox and the Hound, and plenty of other features in a where is it? In a local single-screen theater whose ceiling seemed as high as the inside of a aircraft hangar, covered with beautiful designs. Let's see here. Okay, so he's going on about that nostalgia, but that isn't what going to the movies is anymore. Going to the movies is now needing to ask the elderly couple a few seats down from you to be quiet during a screening of A Quiet Place. It's a stranger in the row behind you somehow managing to sneeze on your hand while you watch Wakanda Forever. It's going to the men's room after a haunting in Venice and wondering how many different strangers' urine you're standing in while managing to, unlike them, aim for the urinal. Going to the theater is the row of jerks in front of you, being kind of enough to talk out loudly only during the most emotional scenes. It's circling a parking lot half a dozen times looking for a spot while getting dirty looks and single finger salutes from drivers doing the same thing. It's paying way too much for movie tickets, and if you're hungry or thirsty, calling J.G. Wentworth so you can pay for snacks. It's a Marvel movie ending and a brainiac walking across the theater yelling, "There's no post-credits scene!" who then looks confused when people yell back to shut the fuck up. It's a couple going to see Batman v Superman Dawn of Justice and seeing surprise when their newborn, who looks younger than my Diet Pepsi, starts shrieking like a giant alarm every 10 minutes. Going to the movies here is a chore. It's work. You get just as many commercials if you stayed home and watched sitcoms on network TV, and it's way more expensive. Yes, I know there are swanky art houses and the occasional second-run theater that cater to cinephiles, but those are far too few and far in between. In a perfect world, sure, movie theaters would be great, but it's not, and they're not, so why can't we just stream? Denis Villeneuve wants to complain his movie was specifically made to be seen in a theater? How's that my problem? I'm not going to see Dune 2 in the same ideal environment in which Denis Villeneuve and Martin Scorsese and David Cronenberg will see it. I will not be flanked by celebrities and celebrity hanger-ons. If I see it in theaters, I will see it in a place with black lights, which would reveal enough bodily fluid stains to trigger a national emergency. Are there films I've seen in theaters I would regret not seeing in theater? Sure, I can think of one off the top of my head. The communal celebration raging while watching Avengers Endgame was definitely worth all the headaches that come with the age of the multiplex. But that's Avengers Endgame, and of course, that's not real cinema, right, Marty? Referring to Martin Scorsese. Read the full brilliant op-ed by Mick Martin at the link below, but don't yell at him if you hate it because we fully endorse it. Okay, so this guy's even more railing about the fact that why can't we just move the stuff to streaming? Now, I can understand that, but at the same time here, my thoughts on this is simple. The communal event is still something that means a lot to people. It means a lot to the American moviegoer. If we're just putting it up on streaming, then it loses its luster. Let me give you one little thought over here. Five Nights at Freddy's, right?
Yes.
Okay. It came out this past weekend. And so far, if I'm not mistaken, it only has had a domestic release. I'm actually double checking that right now. Movie. Where's the movie? No, movie. Stop it! Move. Christ in a stick basket of fucks. Okay, sheesh. Alright, so, $20 million budget for Five Nights at Freddy's. So far, it has grossed $149.4 million. So, by the metrics of, let's say, like for the sake of argument, if you were to double your budget to account for marketing, then this is a surefire success. No questions. Right?
Right.
Now, that's just it on a domestic release, and it also simultaneously releasing on Peacock. Now, that being said, if I'm not mistaken, it doesn't have any sort of international release from what I'm able to find. Let me double check that because I'm looking in the Wikipedia page over here. United States, Canada, Mexico, Panama. No, okay. Let's see. 89.3 million as of October 31st. 89.3 million in the US and Canada, and 60 million in other territories. That's how it got to 149.4 million. Okay, so that's not bad. That's the grossing on it. So let's see here. Freelance and After Death. Okay, so the biggest issues on how it's been released is basically the fact that this was produced by Blumhouse Productions and distributed by Universal Pictures. Clearly, Blumhouse, who, if you may or may not know, these guys are big in horror films, such as Paranormal Activity, right? They made the newer Halloween films. They made Megan. Let's see here. They also made The Purge. So these guys, their bread and butter is horror movies. Doing a PG-13 horror movie like Five Nights at Freddy's is a no-brainer for Blumhouse. Universal Pictures, they said, like, okay, well, we don't know how this is going to go because it's a PG-13 video game-based movie, so let's do a simultaneous release on Peacock and in theaters, and we'll see how it goes from there. And, of course, Blumhouse, not being wants to be beggars or choosers over here, went like, sure, yeah, okay, and they'll take it, and they're knocking it out of the park. Imagine if they had delayed the Peacock release on streaming for about another month or so.
Oh, man. I don't think that's...
No, that would have actually probably been a good thing, because if it's doing this well in theaters on its own, who's to say that it isn't going to do... it wouldn't have done better if it was exclusively in theaters first. Now, that being said, the fact that you've got guys trying to pin the situation of Five Nights at Freddy's, like, somehow already being bigger and badder than the Marvels, like, the Marvels hasn't come out yet. And yes, saying that it's a bigger success right now does bank on the fact that you've got a lot of folks who've gone and seen the movie in the theaters. And right now, the projections of the Marvels are showing it to be as low as 70 and as high as 90 million on there, between 70 and 90 million for the opening weekend. And that's got people giving a lot of pause, which, according to these doofuses and geeks and gamers, means that the Marvels is a gigantic failure, and Five Nights at Freddy's is the biggest movie ever, according to that. It is destroying Marvel, and it's embarrassing Disney in the box office. Like, how the fuck do you know yet? The motherfucker isn't even out for another week.
They need to sit down.
Sit the fuck down. Shut the fuck up. Oh my god, boys. Children. Fucking children talk over here. It's basically what this fucking stuff is. It's children talk. It's these fucking dopes who bank their bread and butter off of how much they can insert how wokey woke something is. Like, and these kind of guys fucking do the same thing over and over. Like, fucking dipshit Mike Zero, who made his name on Star Wars news over here. He's fucking doing shit about South Park as well. Like, oh, take a look. Disney takes legal action against South Park again. The true story arrives. What fucking true story in 9 minutes and 23 fucking seconds does this moron think he's gonna fucking say? Shut the fuck up. This fucking Mike Zero's a fucking fabricator. These fucking kind of guys are absolute shills for being the anti-wokes kind of guys. You know, like, and fucking don't believe me? Here's another one. Nerdrotic is a fucking moron. Like, oh, how it started with Iron Man, the iconic Iron Man poster. How it's going, showing the Flurkins, you know, Goose and a whole gaggle of cats. The joke poster for the Marvels that shows a whole group of Flurkins, a whole group of kitties. And he's trying to say, like, oh, this is horrible because, oh no, look at how far the glory of Marvel has fallen. We've gone to cats. This just goes to show you that Nerdrotics can't catch pussy. Doesn't know what to do with it if it was right in front of his face. But I digress. This is all a gigantic gag. Look at these fucking guys. They love talking about this shit. They love talking about how mighty their anti-woke crusades are. Like, oh, like this photo of Kathleen Kennedy saying nuked over here by the South Park special of joining the Panderverse, which was this awesome South Park special episode where you've got South Park characters becoming diverse women, and all of it being a rag on Kathleen Kennedy, who she's ruining all of Disney and ruining everything by making all characters woke, diverse women who are gay and lame. That's the whole gag. When when these fucking morons don't realize that the Cartman's reaction on this episode was like, oh no, she's ruining it all, and I'm having the same recurring nightmare. Get it away. That's these fucking morons. They don't fucking see it. They don't fucking recognize this stuff. And it's fucking hilarious. Like,
they don't see it, they don't recognize it because they don't care.
No, Jose, it's not that they don't care. This is the soup they swim in. This is the ridiculousness that these guys swim in all the time in order to garner their clicks and clout and their rage watching, their rage views. The Gina Carano thing destroys male feminist Kathleen Kennedy fan. Like, over here, Disney Star Wars disaster. Man, dude, fun fact, the entirety of the Mandalorian and the Disney Star Wars like TV series, it was not riding on the back of Gina Carano. Okay? The last thing that Gina Carano did of any note before being part of this movie was fighting a CGI character in Deadpool 1 and getting a Janet Jackson titty ripoff that was shown off screen as a joke. And then she still got her ass rocked. Funny. And then, guess what? She still got her ass rocked by Negasonic Teenage Warhead, who, by these guys' definitions, is a wokey woke character because she happens to be a gay girl who has a buzz cut, who's got freaking kinetic pyro psycho energy that beats the shit out of Gina Carano's character. Am I wrong? Am I fucking wrong?
No. We've all seen the movie, so yeah.
Yeah, like, you guys forgot. I'm betting that you guys who have watched the Deadpool movie forgot about the fact that Gina Carano was in the first Deadpool movie, and it's okay, I don't blame you for forgetting, but I also don't blame you for forgetting the fact that she lost to both a CG character of Colossus after he inadvertently tears a part of her outfit and like, oh god, oh please, looking away. And then she's like, okay, oh my boob is out. Oh, thanks for watching. Yeah, please go ahead and cover it. Oh, that's so sweet of you. She knocks him in the balls. She tries to beat him up, and then she gets her ass rocked by a 5'2" waif with super kinetic, psychotic pyrokinetic energy. Yeah, and okay, Matthew Coburn remembers. See, Matthew Coburn, welcome to the conversation. Thank you for that.
She was also in the first. Yeah, I was going to say, like, it really, like, because we've already talked about Gina Carano. Like, we don't have to revisit that topic, but it's just very sad because she's also been in other prominent roles outside of Deadpool.
Like what?
Well, she was in the first two, if I'm not mistaken, she was in the first 2 seasons of The Mandalorian, wasn't she?
That's who we're talking about. That's the whole point, Jose. Jose, listen. Okay. I realize you. Okay, you just revealed to me that I was having a conversation, and
No, I did not. All right,
No.
Please don't make assumptions.
No. I wasn't making an assumption. I was saying like, okay, I was talking about how Gina Carano, after how she was in The Mandalorian for the first season and the second season for a little bit, or rather, for a little part of that. How Gina Carano was basically fired from Disney after she equated a bunch of anti-Semitic dumb shit. And like, oh, well, Disney's trying to silence me, and I'm standing up to them. I'm going anti-woke. And then she started to work with a lot of the anti-woke guys like dipshit Ben Shapiro. Who, by the way, like his hero are fucking dipshit, Governor Ron DeSantis, who's a fucking chief homophobe and a chief bigot over here who wants to be president, but he doesn't even fucking admit to the fact that he wears lifts in his shoes like a little pussy. Fucking, like, he hires Gina Carano in order to capitalize on the anti-woke stuff that she's firing on. And what movies and what sort of stuff has she been making? Hold on. Let me just... Do I hear anything? Anything? Crickets. She's just ranting and raving on Twitter about how anti-woke she is and how, oh, Disney's being destroyed and yeah, and all this bullshit. And you're right. Rest in peace, Tony Super Saiyan Ken Stark. Ha. I'm saying 2010s until No Way Home. Okay, that's what you meant, Soundmind. My mistake. Yeah, Bub from Day of the Dead. Ha, thank you, Matthew Coburn. Juggalo Joker looked like that. You're right, he did. Let me see here. We need movie theaters, says D-Nice. Actors and movie crew need to be paid somehow. And bring back drive-in theaters. Almost all of us have electric or hybrid cars anyways. Wouldn't that be awesome if we can get drive-in theaters again? We just had... like a couple years ago over here in Tampa, the oldest drive-in movie theater that was like one of the few that was left in the state, the Funland Drive-In, closed down. It was fucking tragic. I would love to have that back. Let me see here. Ida Think So was saying, our cinema has sofas with plenty of space between them, and it's so loud even a deaf person could hear it. Price is decent too. You're right. And Matthew Coburn was saying most of Giant Freaking Robot, where a lot of their articles have reportedly, as Lewis has said, is made up. You're right. These guys fabricating for the sake of fabricating some moolah. Yeah, Giant Freaking Dumbass Robot. LOL, bunch of crap ass lies. Let me see here. And Matthew Coburn's also saying, Martin Scorsese complaining about superhero films are theme parks, not real cinema. Even though superheroes were in cinemas before Martin Scorsese was born. I don't know. Martin Scorsese is older than Betty White, so... let me see. Also, Martin on TikTok, the theme park of video sites in the most uncinematic aspect ratio in existence. Right? Also, I usually get tickets on the day, and I do not go online. I only got tickets online when I got a free ticket to see Scream 5, and from buying food and drinks, free ticket offers. Okay, yeah. You're right. You're right. And, like, well, for us, like, we like to get our tickets in advance because I get membership points and stuff. And there's also the fun of being able to pick out menu items on there. That way, when I show up, I can just go straight in and not have to worry about the poor folks in line. And just go ahead and have them bring me my beverage and my popcorn like a gentleman. Oh, what's that? You're waiting in line like a poor? I'm kidding. I'm fucking around. But I digress. Point is, The movie theater industry, it needs to fucking go on. These guys over here are a giant freaking robot. They've got their opinion, and I don't agree with it. But fuck it. These guys are bigger than us, so I guess their opinion's more correct than ours. But what the fuck do I know? I'm just talking from common sense! And yeah, Matthew Coburn also says he remembers Gina Carano getting her ass whipped in Deadpool 1. She was an android in the show Almost Human. Almost Human? Really? Hang on.
Never heard of it.
Hang on.
So I've never heard of it, and if I've never heard of it, then it must not be important.
It was a 2013 sci-fi series. It was only out for about one season, starring Carl Urban. Is in there. Michael Ealy, Mackenzie Crook, Minka Kelly. Let's see. Michael Irby, Lily Taylor, Anthony Kenichi, Darren Chu. There's Gina Carano in the second row at the last column here. Let's see here. David Datzelman, Datzmalchian. There we go. He was Polka Dot Man in the Suicide Squad. That's cool. Let's see here. Graham Miller. Yeah. Laura Atkin. Yeah, no. Okay, so yeah, this is a cool sci-fi drama called Almost Human. So, all right, I guess I'll take a look at that. But if Gina Carano was barely in it and they're worth a damn, then I don't care. Let's see here. Ida Thinks I was saying the reason these clowns write so much rubbish is because there's always a clown willing to read it. You're not wrong. That's me reading it and showing these idiots off some more, but I'm showing them off for the sake of pointing out their stupidity. For the sake of pointing out how dumb their actual stances are. Only because I can't stand how fucking ridiculous these guys can get. These are the same dudes who, by the way, Jose, you're gonna love this. Okay.
Listening?
There's a dude that Angel happens to watch, or rather happens to get some of his takes on. And gives a little more credence than I do. I used to, but not anymore until I started to realize he was a grifter also, named the Critical Drinker. Now, as you can imagine, he's a critic of media, and he's a drinker. He's the guy who gave us That's All I Have for Today. Go away now. He's a Scottish dude who drinks and critiques. You're gonna love this big galaxy-brained take. Okay, one of the big release video game of the year so far is Spider-Man 2, where we have the team up of Peter Parker and Miles Morales tag teaming. We got symbiote action. We got Kraven the Hunter. It's doing well, right?
Yeah.
Now dig this. I'm gonna show you guys this shit. He quote tweets someone at Manga Lawyer, saying, Insomniac writer of Spider-Man 2, all conclusions and arguments directed to notice patterns are reserved for Twitter users, and under no circumstances I'm claiming that this is self-insert. So he's trying to say without saying that, what do you call it, that this lady who happens to have been a writer, which by the way, after actual reviewing and actual analysis, turns out she was a writing intern at Insomniac Games. She happens to bear a glancing resemblance to the model of Mary Jane Parker in Spider-Man 2. The Critical Drinker on here, quote tweeting it saying, imagine being the dev team who actually had to code this. Trying to say it as if it was something derogatory, as if to say like, oh, hey, this one writer said, oh, by the way, I command you fools here at Insomniac to make Mary Jane look like me. Oh, imagine how galaxy-brained of a take this is. He's definitely doing a lot of drinking and not a lot of critical up here in terms of critical thinking. This girl is an intern. An intern. Do you know what an intern is, people? An intern is someone who, 9 times out of 10, works for free. Legally works for free at a company. What the fuck kind of cloud is she gonna do? Is she gonna branch off over into the dev team of poor fucks hunched over, like Mr. Burns's 100 chimpanzees on 100 typewriters? It was the best of times. It was the blurst of times, except doing it with CGI coding and video game engine coding. And she's like, "Attention, beauty fools! You must make Mary Jane look like me." An intern would be lucky to actually be allowed in the writing room, let alone have any real life input on how a game ever turns out.
Yeah, I've never met a leverage in any company, in any workplace that has that much fucking pull, that has leverage
You never met an intern who had that much leverage.
I never met an intern who had
That's
that
what
much
you were trying
leverage.
to say. Yeah, I saw what you were trying to say.
I was trying to say thank you, Juan.
Yeah, no sweat. It's okay. Words are dumb sometimes.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah. Okay, move on.
Okay. That being said, Jesus Christ. Like, look at this shit. These kind of morons are the guys who do this shit. They have these fucking photos like, okay, so who wins? A popular attractive actress or a real life soy jack? And this fucking guy, I don't even know who the fuck this moron is, putting up a picture of himself and then another photo of Brie Larson, everyone's favorite boogeyman, because she's so feminism and she's so woke and agenda and all this stuff and pronouns and everything horrible. Brie Larson wants out, and she's got these big bug eyes, and there's clearly bug-eyed who are CG'd all to hell to make her look even more deranged and weird looking. Motherfuckers. I'm sorry, like, I cannot stand the stupidity. It is baffling, and I don't understand why so many people gobble this shit up. It is trash. It is literal, actual refuse that I pull out from the cages of our rabbits. You know what? No. Our rabbit poop is actually a good fertilizer. I could actually scoop up rabbit poop from our 3 rabbits, Cookie, Cole, and Caramel, and if I found a couple of farmers or people who are florists and want to do like backyard farms or backyard vegetable growing or whatever, I could sell them our rabbit's poopy poop and sell it to them as fertilizer, and they'll buy it and they'll use it and they'll thank me for it. That's useful. I'm talking about like the non-biodegradable styrofoam trash that's covered in putrid jizz-coated socks because these guys don't know the touch of a feminine vagina or even any orifice that will take them. They won't even get a booty hole from a sexy gay dude because even a sexy gay dude will look at these guys and say like, bitch, I got standards, fuck off.
It's because, Juan, here's the thing. It's because with these idiots on the internet, they don't care about nuance. They don't care about intelligence. They are angry. They are angry, and they want to simply talk shit. And when they put their shit on the internet for everyone to see, it brings in people who are just as angry as them. It's like the law of attraction.
No, it's not. It's not even anger. It's fake outrage. It's fake outcry. These guys aren't angry. They're morons. They're assholes who are capitalizing on the anger of other people, of insecure dudes who think that all of their favorite IPs are being wokeified and transified and all this shit.
No. You have a good point. And the reason why is because hate sells.
Sadly, you're right. Hate does sell. Like Matthew Coburn actually wants to know what a soy jack is. I'm gonna give you guys the official.
I'm gonna be honest. Until Juan mentioned it to me this morning, I didn't know what a soy jack is.
Yeah, no.
Maybe it's because I don't spend enough time on the internet.
It's okay. This is what happens when I spend too much time with Angel.
Well, you haven't gone down the rabbit hole of 4chan, so at least there's still chance for you.
You don't know what I've been doing. You don't know the shit I've seen. The difference between me and Angel in terms of our sojourns into 4chan is that I got out. I escaped. Angel is stuck. He's like quicksand for him. the more movement he tries to do, the steeper he sinks in. Then he also gets a lot of his news stories for gaming news over there, and then follows it up with proper articles. That's how we get a lot of our gaming news. But that's beside the point. To give you guys the official definition, I would like to turn your attention to the the glorious website knowyourmeme.com. I'm gonna send this to you guys. I promise this is worth your time. Stop that. Freaking pop-ups. I hate pop-ups. Yeah, let's see here. Yeah, there's a clown willing to read it. Yes, because you are not a clown, but call these clowns out. And I think so saying it's so refreshing listening to you guys just saying it how it is. We're literally just pointing out, like, these guys are fucking grifting. I'm letting you guys know, we here at the Ravens Flock, because Zay's letting us know, Angel's letting you guys know, when we have something that we're going to promote, we promote the hell out of it. We're letting you know it's a promotion. I'm shaking up my glitch, and I actually think I can stretch this out for 2 days. If I keep diluting this, you know? And micro-dosing on nerdies. Is that a thing? It is now. Use promo code FlockFuel for 20% off. But these guys are hiding their grift behind this mask of, no, we're one of you. We're also mad that all the Kathleen Kennedys and the Brie Larsons are taking over the world, and they're the worst things ever in the history of forever, and all of our Star Wars and all of our Indiana Jones and all of our Marvels and all of that is all becoming wokey wokes, and all the women's are pronouncing out all of our diversity, and it's so horrible and it's the worst thing ever. And look at how this woman, who's also a woman, wants to make a woman look like this woman in a video game that I'm never gonna fucking play. Motherfuckers. These, like, they are salivating. They're chomping at the bit to be able to talk about how much of a failure, how much of a box office flop the Marvels already is, even though it hasn't seen a movie theater yet. You don't judge the shit until it comes out, and until you give it the fucking time to actually marinate, motherfuckers. We're doing that with Five Nights at Freddy's, and it's doing a fantastic job. But let's not try to post this as like, oh, hey, Five Nights at Freddy's is defeating Disney. Ain't nobody gonna defeat Disney. They got too much money. The House of Mouse is too much.
Hell no. It's Disney, man. They're just like Vince McMahon. They're living the real supervillain American dream.
Now, to explain to you what a soy jack is, since Matthew Coburn asked, you see these two characters, these two little guys that I picked out to on purpose to obstruct Kamala Khan and Monica Rambeau over here? Those are soy jack templates. All right, you may recognize the guy on the left as the dude who was complaining a couple weeks back about the video game Starfield, about the fucking pronouns and fucking modern day. That fucking dude. He turned himself into a real-life soy jack. Now, according to knowyourmeme.com, soy jack, in his definition, a face seen around the internet, with his mouth slightly agape, teeth barely showing, and joyless empty eyes. Soy Jack has become a fixture of the online community. Usually he stands in for the sad, cringe, and downtrodden, making him the beta male archetype. Where does Soy Jack come from? The father of Soy Jack is a mid-2010s trend of having to do with the specific new male smile he wears. The mother of Soy Jack is, of course, Wojak. The new male smile is a term used to describe a facial expression 4chan users found repellent and associated with men who they deemed not masculine enough. It was also known as a faux surprise face and appeared in selfies and social media posts. Other facial features were grouped around the general new male vibe, such as stubble and glasses, both of which worked their way into Soy Jack. Wojak, meanwhile, is a good candidate for the most frequently posted meme of all time. The line drawing of a wizened, utterly hairless, and vaguely alien-looking face expressing unclear emotions has livened up every corner of the web. That has livened up every corner of the web. Soy Jack is one of many spin-offs and variations of the Wojak character, which is this face. The feels guy. The feels bad man. That is the original Wojak, and Soy Jack is the expressions that we have here as a result. You see that? Every meme has an origin, and this is how that meme turns out. And yes, I'm equating these kind of jerks to this kind of stuff. How is soy jack used?
Which is not far off, but I do need to interrupt Wancho because I do need to bounce, my friend. It is past midnight.
You're absolutely right, Jose. You need to go ahead and roll out. Do us a favor, Jose. Go ahead and let folks know your final thoughts on this subject tonight and what we can look forward to tomorrow night on this week's edition of Wrestle Rewind.
Well, I stand by my earlier statement from the beginning of this program. Don't knock it until you try it. At least try the food out before you say anything. I still have high hopes. I've been a fan of Captain Marvel since the first movie, regardless of regardless of the criticisms it's drawn. And I enjoyed the Marvel series with Kamala Khan. And I'm definitely looking forward to the Marvels next week. And as far as the the idiots and what was the term again? Oh yeah, the soy jacks that we've heard that we've talked about. Yeah, they can go ahead and eat a bag of dicks. I really don't give a shit about their opinions. I'm gonna go watch the movie and form my opinions.
There you go. See, because that's what an evolved, educated man fucking does. We'll take into account what is available, what information is out there. We'll take that into account, but at the end of the day, it will squarely be our own choice whether or not we'll see it or not. And if we want to, if we want to watch it, we'll give our opinions on it then based on our individual views.
Absolutely. Now, for tomorrow night, the Wrestle Rewind will return tomorrow night at 10 p.m. Eastern, right here on YouTube and Kick. I will be reviewing this week's editions of WWE NXT, AEW Dynamite, and Impact Wrestling. I know I missed last week because I had to address some medical concerns that I'm not going to get into, but I'm bringing back the show this week, and it's going to be great because I'm going to be covering Night 2 of NXT's Halloween Havoc.
So you're finally going to show us the Halloweenies from last night, Jose. Actually,
yes, I am. I'm going to show the Halloweenies, and definitely a lot more to discuss tomorrow night. And I look forward to seeing all of you there.
All right. Thank you very much for that, Jose. I hope you have yourself a good night, and we'll see you tomorrow on Wrestle Rewind.
Absolutely, folks. Remember to be responsible where you get your news from. Remember that at the end of the day, we're all human beings, and again, freaking try it first before you decide to be a dick.
I hope that I wish we could all be that disciplined, Jose, but unfortunately, these grifters are going to grift. You have yourself a good night.
Have a good night.
And there goes Jose Casabona, folks, the head of the Ravens flock himself. All right, so stop that, freaking computer, stop it. There we go. I said stop it. K-Storm, what is up, other than the fact that you're bringing out your awesome Medusa braids over here?
Oh,
yeah. I already said that. I'm like, okay, give me a second. Like,
yeah.
Okay.
So I'm hovering.
I mean, hover less.
Never.
Please. Yeah, always great to hear. Jose says, D-Nice, thank you for that. I wish I could watch longer, but it's 4 a.m. now, so good night. Yeah, we're wrapping up over here anyway, I think. So thank you very much for being part of the show. Thank you for being in the audience tonight. We appreciate that. Now, you guys are free to watch. You're free to read the Know Your Meme article on your own time, on your own dime. There's nothing wrong with that, and there's nothing wrong with educating yourself on why we use certain memes for the sake of using certain memes. Yeah, soy jacks, wojacks, all that good jazz. It's shorthand in order to convey an idea, in order to convey a point. And the point that we're making here is that these guys who are clearly grifting for the sake of it, these guys who are clearly going off on the Marvels and other properties like this in order to call how terrifying and horrible and woke these videos and movies and TV shows and books and games are, is like, oh, this is the worst fucking thing. These guys don't fucking really believe that shit. They don't. Because the sheer volume, the sheer frequency of it, the fact that they anticipate this shit, the fact that they basically base their entire channels around this kind of horse shit, goes to show you exactly what kind of people they are. They're fucking grifting off of people's hate. I don't like grifting off of people's hatred. What I like to do is I like to break stuff down. I like to present you guys with views, with ideas, with factual information, with people's opinions on certain topics. And I like to leave these discussions to you. I'm not going to be shy about my opinions. Jose and Angel are certainly not shy about their opinions. That's part of what we do here at the Ravens Flock. We do give our own individual opinions and our own individual takes. We're not going to proclaim to know the gospel and one unquestionable, inalienable truth. Anybody trying to tell you that they know the truth is just trying to sell you something. All right, especially in this world of like nerd and pop culture news on YouTube, they're just trying to make a buck. What we're trying to do is trying to make an honest living by spitting out the fucking facts. Yes, the predictions for the like opening weekend for the Marvels looks a little bit low. It looks like it could be anywhere between 70 to 90 million at the in that range. It could surprise people. It could be more than that. It could also underwhelm and be less than that. It could go either way. Those are projections. Those are analyses done by actual proper marketing and research firms. That's all that is. It's a gauge. But the fact that these guys are taking an actual hard number, like the gross revenue of Five Nights at Freddy's in its opening weekend, so it only just came out this past Friday, and basing that against a projection and proclaiming it to be an unalienable truth, there is one word for that. Actually, it's a composite word, but it's one word together. Bull shit. Anybody worth their salt in terms of journalism or even regular fucking scientific thought can tell you, if you base any of your variables in a statement on a supposition, which in this case, that projection for the projected box office is just supposition. It's the best guess based on available information, based on available interest, and based on how stuff is going on with the promotion of the movie is concerned. Anytime you base any of your stuff on that, all you're doing is providing a guess. It's not a cold hard fact. It's not the biggest victory against Marvel and against Disney and against the Kathleen Kennedys who are woking up all of our diversified gay women. No. This movie did very well for itself, considering it had a really minimal budget of $20 million. I know. How fucked up is it that we're talking in movie deals, fucking like movie numbers, that 20 million is a minimal number. Back in 1999, the actual visual effects budget for Star Wars Episode 1 was $50 million. And this isn't words from me. This was from George Lucas in one of the behind-the-scenes documentaries of the making of Episode 1. He actually, in one of their meetings, like, okay, I don't know how we're going to pull some of these shots off, but our budget is $50 million. How are we going to break this down? And that's him doing an actual budget breakdown with his production team, with producer Rick McCallum, and talking to his ILM, Industrial Light and Magic department heads. Like, okay, this is the stuff that we got to do, and we also need to figure out how we're going to take these systems and continue to evolve them, because I have 2 more movies that I need to make, and I need to get this stuff made cheaper. And there are going to be other folks who are going to want to make it done cheaper too. That was in 1999. I'm digressing a lot. Five Nights at Freddy's made nearly $150 million off a $20 million budget. That's excellent. Well done. Fantastic. I got nothing but love for that. I'm going to watch the fucking thing over here on Peacock. If I'm feeling froggy, I'll go watch it in the movie theater to see if there's any sort of difference in the experience. Because I want to see just how crazy and schlocky it's going to get with folks and sharing that experience with other people. I'll also do the same with the Marvels. I'll see it in the movie theaters. I want to see the actual experience with people. I want to see how folks are going to react to it. And I'll also watch it on Disney Plus when it comes out on Disney Plus. It's as simple as that. I can have it both ways, and I'm going to give it a proper try, because that's what a proper nerdy news journalist should aspire to do. At least that's what I aspire to do. I aspire to try to be balanced on shit. I aspire to try to be fair on this stuff and give things a proper the proper college try. You know, I gave college a college try like for years. It didn't like me. That's not the point. The point here is that as far as the movie's concerned, I'm not going to knock the movie until it's time for it to come out. And if it really does underwhelm, and if it doesn't meet my expectations, okay, it doesn't really measure up. I remember feeling when I watched Quantumania with Andy, I remember sensing from him his. But I also remember seeing other folks who were eyes wide open, who were like, "Oh man, this is cool. This looks nice." Everyone has different subjective tastes. At that point, it becomes a matter of who's got the bigger platform. Unfortunately, negativity does sell. I'm not trying to knock Andy. I will never knock Andy. He's my brother from another mother. I'll knock him if he's being a dumbass. But I have yet to see him be a dumbass. I disagree with opinions, but that's not him being a dumbass. Same with Vito. Vito, he loves to troll for the sake of it. And like I said, he's a habitual line stepper, so I got respect for that. But I also know that there's going to be shit where he's 100% correct on stuff, and I'll agree with him on stuff. There's going to be stuff I won't agree with him on. But these guys doing this shit professionally, continuously, and continuing to get so much fucking engagement, so much clout, so many subscribers, so much money from this kind of shit is depressing. People want to hate. I remember hearing from my brother from another mother, Andy, saying how we got to focus on loving the things we love and leaving alone the shit we don't like. If you don't like it, leave it alone. Promote the stuff that you love. Promote the stuff you enjoy. Shit, that's what we do. Why do you think we talk so much about movies and video games and anime over here? And why we love going to these conventions? We love going to Holiday Matsuri and MetroCon and being able to head to smaller conventions like Phantasm Orlando. We weren't able to go this year, but we love going to these. We love going to all of these places. We love being able to share these anime experiences and like all these con experiences with folks. But if all we talked about was about what people hated all the time, and that you should join us in hating this thing that we hate, that'd be a pretty fucking miserable experience, wouldn't you think? I leave those kind of thoughts to you, folks. That being said, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm wrapping up over here. And you're free to join us next week as we return for another episode of the uncensored, uncompromising interview and review podcast of the Ravens Flock, The Black Files, hosted by yours truly, Juan Arouse, as we delve deep into the darker side of nerd and pop culture and cut into the truth. Be sure to request access as we go live every Wednesday night at 10 p.m. Eastern Time, There we go. My microphone kept cutting out. All right, so thank you for joining us on the Black Files, hosted by yours truly, Juan Arouse, as we cut deep into the heart of and the darker side of nerd and pop culture. Be sure to join us as we and request access as we go live every Wednesday night at 10 p.m. Eastern Time, simulcasting on YouTube and Kick. Hit the subscribe or the follow button, ring the notification bell to stay up to date on all of our content. Become an inner flocker by hitting the join button. Go to use Glitch Energy and use our code FlockFuel for 20% off. And until next time, continue to follow us on Facebook.com/TheRavensFlock, Twitter.com/RavensFlock13, Instagram.com/TheRavensFlockOnline, Kick.com/TheRavensFlock, and of course, remember to hit the subscribe button and ring that tiny little notification bell right here on our flagship platform, YouTube.com/TheRavensFlock, humble home of the Black Files. Los amigos. Wow, my microphone does not want to work. Wow, this has been the Black Files, and yeah, I need a new system here for our audio. This has been the Black Files, and we are out.